I announced my retirement from politics after my term as president. I withdrew all my vice presidential bid for next year's election after giving serious thought on the sentiment of the Filipino people expressed by different surveys, forums, caucuses, and meetings. It is time to give way to a new set of leaders who hopefully continue the reforms, projects, and programs that this administration has pursued for the past 2 years. It is my hope that the new set of leaders will pursue a platform of government that will build on our gains in the areas of fighting illegal drugs, criminality, corruption, terrorism, and insurgency. I likewise hope that they will continue what we have begun in the terms of infrastructure development and the many other initiatives we have undertaken during my term.
The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. It's day 5 of the filing of certificates of candidacy for the 2022 elections. Let's find out how things are shaping up with Gerard de la Peña. He's reporting to us live from Pasay. Gerard, good morning. Could you tell us what you're seeing?
Charles, there have been filings so far, and most of them are personalities and party lists vying for seats for the Congress. And one of them was the TGP party list that is vying for another term at the House of Representatives. Another early bird here is Attorney Larry Gadon, who filed his COC for Senator under the Kilusang Bagong Lipunan. This is Gadon's third attempt to bag a Senate seat. There's also the CWS party list, or the Construction Workers Solidarity, which is also vying for another seat at the Congress. Yesterday, on the 4th day of filing, we already saw 12 presidential aspirants and 3 vice presidential hopefuls filing their COCs, counting among them the tandem of Manila Mayor Isko Moreno and Dr. Willie Ong. 16 filed their COCs for Senator, while there were 10 groups who filed their COCs for party lists, including those of Gabriela Women's Party List and Angat Kusinerong Pinoy of celebrity chef Boy Logro. Since the start of filing, there is now a total of 20 submissions for President, 7 for Vice President, 39 for Senator, and 50 for party lists. Just a few moments ago, we saw the Coalition for Senior Citizens, Barkadahan para sa Pilipinas party list, and there's also an independent presidential candidate which goes by the name of Maria Aurora Marcos, who also filed her certificate of candidacy. So as we speak right now, Charles, you can still see some more groups filing their COCs, and we shall get back later to get their details. Charles.
We look forward to those updates, Gerard. That was Gerard de la Peña reporting live from Pasay. President Rodrigo Duterte reiterated that he's withdrawing his vice presidential bid to give way to a new set of government leaders. Duterte said this during last night's public address. But Duterte hopes these leaders would build on his administration's gains, especially in fighting illegal drugs, corruption, criminality, terrorism, and insurgency.
It is time to give way to a new set of leaders who hopefully continue the reforms, projects, and programs that this administration has pursued for the past few years. I likewise hope that they will continue what we have begun in the terms of infrastructure development and the many other initiatives we have undertaken during my term.
Over in the lower house, Pharmally executive Mago backtracked on her stunning admission as to how they, quote, swindled the government. She claims that her previous expose was just made due to pressure from the Senate. Marian Enriquez with the details.
I deny all allegations made by the unidentified witness who appeared in a video presented by Senator Risa Hontiveros on September 24, 2021. The face shields were not expired and substandard. And I've mentioned...
Formerly Pharmaceutical Executive Crizal Grace Mago just backtracked on her bombshell admission that they had swindled the Duterte administration. Now facing House members, Mago claimed that her expose was but a pressured response. Mago denied tampering with the production date of face shields at the behest of Pharmally Corporate Secretary Mohit Targani. She also insisted that the face shields required by the health department were non-medical grade.
That time po kasi, talagang under pressure po ako na sumagot kasi ayoko rin naman po maging evasive.
So, Mr. Chairman.
After that expose, Mago had been incommunicado, prompting the Senate to seek her alma mater's help, St. Paul University Tugigaraw and the National Bureau of Investigation, to know her whereabouts. When she resurfaced, she was already under the lower house's protective custody, appearing as its witness. The Senate had initially made the offer to protect her.
It was extremely traumatic for me to be accused of lying and threatened with contempt.
Senator Richard Gordon hit back at Mago's claims. He said he expected Mago's recanting, noting how she already made a deal with the devil. For Senator Risa Hontiveros, those involved in the Pharmally scandal are the ones pressuring Mago.
Kung mayroon mang nagpe-pressure sa kanya, yan siguro ay isang napakamakapangyarihang puwersa para lang bawiin ang kanyang mga naunang sinabi sa amin.
For Senator Kiko Pangilinan, Mago is a rehearsed witness of the House, which is brimming with Duterte allies. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
President Duterte did not forget to criticize Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Dick Gordon at his latest public address. Duterte said the Pharmally issue has to end, especially since the COA itself said Pharmally's products were not overpriced. The president also insisted that the Senate now lacks respect for the executive department, citing how his cabinet members were being treated during Senate hearings.
Gordon, you are not God and you cannot play God. No, you cannot continue this hearing till kingdom come. You are not a senator forever, and the time of reckoning will come. If you think you have enough evidence against Pharmally to support your allegations, go ahead and file cases against them at the proper courts. The Senate is not a criminal court. Stop using it simply as a witch hunt.
The Commission on Elections formally opens the period for Local Source Code Review, or LRSC, today. The first phase of the LRSC will kick off with a guided review, where technical experts will inspect the election management system, vote counting machines, and consolidated canvassing system to be used for the 2022 elections. The guided review will run for almost 2 months and will begin starting today until the end of November. After this, experts will be given the chance to review parts of the source code that they wish to further evaluate. The second phase of the LRSC will start from December 1 until the end of March. Meanwhile, the COMELEC notes that they will also review assisting facilities like the transparency server, which were previously not included in the LRSC. This is to avoid questions or criticisms of the credibility of the election results, like those that followed the 7-hour glitch in the 2019 elections.
Idadaanan natin sa review to make sure na maiwasan natin yung mga problema in the past, no? Na small details which would be innocuous, wala naman talagang malaking epekto, pero outsized yung impact niya, no, in terms of credibility, in terms of transparency. So isasama na natin yan, just so that we're covering all of our bases.
Here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. Several areas are under tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 due to tropical depression Lani. Facebook services are now starting to go back online after experiencing one of its longest global outages last night. And Fumio Kishida is Japan's newly elected prime minister. And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We're One News.